It's not like TikTok at all. Hello and welcome back to this. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lindsey and I make story times and embarrassing videos and just in general expose myself on the internet. So if you like watching people make a fool of themselves on the internet, you should consider subscribing to this channel. Today I'm going to be doing a commentary video on BYTE. That's right, BYTE. For those of you that don't know, BYTE is an app that launched this week and it's the highly anticipated sequel to the very popular, late, tragically deceased app Vine. May it rest in cyber peace. I don't think I really need to explain what Vine is, but if for some reason perhaps you don't know because you've been living under a rock for the past decade, Vine was a very popular 6-second video app that reached peak popularity in 2014 and gave us beautiful, wonderful creators such as Lily Pons, Gabby Hanna, and the Paul brothers. So yeah, Vine did us a good one. And other wonderful creators such as Danny Gonzalez and Drew Gooden. So we have a lot of great people coming out of Vine. A lot of good content, people birthed the Vine. Birthed from the Vine. They came from Vine. They were a grape on the Vine. And now they're on YouTube. I also thought it'd be fitting to wear this shirt during this video. It says, "Do it for the Vine." So yeah, I know you can't see it, but I thought that I should wear it for this video because it is, you know, a piece of history now. This you can't get, I don't think you can get, I don't know. I got it from the actual company of Vine. Like I got it from Vine. So it's not like some knockoff. Like this is real Vine premium Hanes t-shirt screen print material shirt. Anyway, moving forward, I have a handy little notebook to keep me making sure that I'm saying all the things that I want to say because I don't want to seem like an idiot when I'm talking about an app that actually made a lot of people's lives a lot better. So I have a little notebook to help guide me, and I'm going to try to really stay on topic. No rambling for this video. I actually did do a little research, so I'm going to try to keep it on topic. Yeah. So let's just bite into this. I'm dead inside. Don't even worry about it. So what is BYTE, you might be asking? Maybe you haven't heard of it. It only has been out for, at this point of recording this video, and less than a week, so it's still pretty much an infant. According to Wikipedia, BYTE is a short-form video hosting service where you can only post 6-second long looping videos. Sound familiar? Well, it might, because it was also created by Dom Hoffman. Does that name sound familiar? He was one of the co-founders of Vine. Yes, this app was created by Dom Hoffman, who was a co-founder of Vine, and this has been the app that people have been talking about for a while now on the internet since they announced that there would be a Vine 2. This is the highly anticipated successor of Vine, and it's out now. So a video hosting service, 6-second long looping videos, created by the founder of Vine. This app is Vine, but with a new name and a new color scheme. It's hard to say what BYTE will become at this point because it has only been out for a week, so it's really tough to understand where it's gonna go and what it's gonna evolve into. I mean, look at TikTok. It is a phenomenon, and it is making history on the internet, and it might even be in a textbook one day. How scary is that? TikTokers in textbooks. I know, but it's true. TikTok didn't used to always be the app that you ironically downloaded and then unironically became obsessed with. It actually used to be a lip-syncing app where people would lip-sync to songs. And it wasn't called TikTok, it was called Musical.ly. So it went through a whole rebranding, it went through a whole repurposing, so it really is hard to say, where is BYTE gonna go? We don't know. It's only been around for a week. It is in the beginning, primal stages of its app social media life. Will it become a phenomenon? Will it fail? I have some predictions. Stay tuned to find them out. Will BYTE become the next TikTok? Will BYTE become the next YouTube? Will BYTE become the next Vine? It already is the next Vine. Trick question. Gotcha. I decided to take the liberty of exploring the app the day it came out and moving forward to really see how it is in this first primal week. So that way I could give you the rundown, give you the gist, give you what it's all about in this video So you can decide if you want to download it or not. And BYTE is exactly what you'd expect it would be if you would expect that it would be flocked to by former Viners who didn't quite make the jump to YouTube and Instagram fast enough after Vine started dying. And it is being flocked to by mid-level TikTokers who want to really get on the ground level of what could be the next big phenomenon so they can make their name in BYTE history and really become the next big thing. Right now, as it stands on the app, it really seems like creators want this to be the next app. They are flocking to it. People are running to it. All of a sudden, I'm seeing faces of former Viners that I used to be a fan of but haven't seen their face since Vine. It seems like they really want this to blow up, but the problem is because there's so many creators flocking to the app, hoping to be the next big thing, hoping to make their name in social media history, I, at least in my experience, haven't really felt like there's a lot of users on the app who just want to watch the content. At least in my experience, it seems like everyone is trying to post their own content. And because of that, you get this weird thing happening where as soon as the second you post a video, you're spammed with follow comments. There is literally the majority of comments, at least from my experience, at least from what I saw on the videos that I looked at, follow for follow comments. The reason why people don't really like follow for follow is one, it's kind of disingenuous, like you're getting a follower who doesn't actually want what you're producing. People follow for follow to boost their numbers. They don't follow for follow because they genuinely enjoy your content and want to interact with it and want to interact with you. They follow for follow because they want their own numbers to go up, which creates a problem because when you post a video and all you have are follow for follows, your engagement that's genuine engagement from users who want to see more content from you is going to be very low. And at least in my perspective, that's a lot of what I've been seeing on the BYTE app so far. And because of this, I sort of had to take a step back from creating my own content because I did create a few bites myself just to sort of get a feel for the app. Shout out, follow me, follow for follow. If you like my most recent post and you follow me, I will follow you back and I'll shout you out in the next post that I make. I'm totally just kidding. That is a joke. I won't follow you back. And I feel like this BYTE really sums up what the app feels like so far, especially from my perspective as a creator and from his perspective, obviously. And this is a BYTE created by Hundo_Grant.
And follow me! Damn!
So that's really how BYTE feels in general in terms of atmosphere, but in terms of how the app functions, a lot of people are saying it's like TikTok. But it's not like TikTok at all. On TikTok, you can add things like text over video, music to your video. You can trim the clips that you make so that it flows perfectly. You don't have to record it 1,000 times. You can add face filters. You can add audio filters. You can add a beauty mode that makes you look flawless and fake act like a Barbie. BYTE has none of those things. The only thing BYTE has is the record button, the /delete button, the import from camera button, and a little ghost mode button where you can click it and it'll show you the positioning of what the last frame was in the last clip you recorded so that you can match it and make a cool video that way. But those are the only features BYTE has. So in terms of like TikTok, not at all. Not to mention, you only have 6 seconds on BYTE, and on TikTok, you have anywhere from 15 seconds to a minute. A minute. That is 10 bytes. That is 10 bytes combined. That is 6 times 10, 60 seconds a minute of content. That's a big difference from 6 seconds. It is not like TikTok. And it's not a bad thing that BYTE is simpler. It's just different. You know what BYTE does have that TikTok doesn't have? A rebyte button. BYTE is literally bringing back the rebytes, the revines is what they were called on Vine. It is literally Vine. It's literally, like, I so far haven't been able to find that big of a difference. Vine is Paul Zimmer. BYTE is Troy Becker. They are the same person. They are the same person, and we all know it. And we all know it. The only difference is BYTE claims to be younger, hipper, and fresher, and goes by a different name. So what sets BYTE apart from Vine? How is BYTE gonna avoid the pitfalls that Vine fell into that ultimately were the reason why it was unsuccessful? I decided to look into it, but in order to do so, I had to do a little bit of backtracking and really understand the history of Vine and why it failed. So I did a little bit of research, and thank you to Slidebean Startups 101. They made a wonderful video about 2 months ago all about the failure of Vine. That sounds really intense, but it is a video that is about why Vine ultimately was unsuccessful and failed. So yeah, they did a wonderful video. If you want to learn more about this topic in greater detail, I will link it down below. It'll be in the description and in the comment section, but I will give you a little summary rundown in this video right here. So I'm going to get into why they believe that Vine failed. I say they believe because all of this is speculated, of course. None of this has been confirmed or denied. In fact, there was never really given a reason why Vine was shutting down. So all of this is speculated and believed based off of things that former employees have said and based off things and events that are public knowledge. So let's just bite into it. Is that the second time I've made that joke? Okay, moving forward. In 2012, Vine Beta was founded by 3 founders, the founding fathers of Vine. And those 3 founding fathers are Dom Hoffman, Russ Yusupov, and Colin Kroll. It was quickly thought to be the next big thing. So Twitter decided to, before the app even launched, acquire them. Twitter acquired Vine for $30 million just before 2013, and in January 2013, Vine officially was launched. The users on Vine quickly started stacking followers and loops, and thus Viners were born. Despite the community and the love for Vine rapidly expanding, there were no successful attempts by the company, by Vine and Twitter, to successfully monetize the app. So essentially, the creators, the Viners, had no way to make money. It was during this time that various former employees of Vine claimed there were some management issues going on within the company, and these were thought to be because there was never really a true connection, and there was a little bit of hesitance when it came to truly becoming a part of Twitter. Not just Vine, but one and the same. Twitter had acquired Vine hoping that there would be a crossover and Vine would become Twitter's in-app video feature. But unfortunately, that crossover between Twitter and Vine never quite happened after the company was acquired. Vine continued to grow, and by 2014, it was in its peak. It was chef's kiss. But still, Vine struggled to successfully monetize the app, and its creators who were loyal and posting content on that app specifically started getting very frustrated. Right around this time was when Instagram released its own in-app video feature where creators could post 15-second long videos. This feature on Instagram was doing so well that many people believed the release of it was truly when Vine started to decline from the success that it had built. Huge Vine creators during this time, such as Lele Pons, started transitioning away from Vine and focusing more on apps such as Instagram, YouTube, and even Snapchat. Essentially, Vine's biggest creators were slowly pulling away from them. Former Vine employees say that essentially what happened is they were outrun by the competition when it came to evolving the product developmentally. Like I mentioned, Twitter originally wanted Vine to become the in-app video feature, but that crossover never really happened, so there was quite a bit of a disconnect. Twitter ended up acquiring another company in 2015 called Periscope, which at the time was a very popular live streaming app, with hopes that maybe they would become the in-app video feature that they wanted, but unfortunately that crossover never really happened either, and Twitter ended up just making their own. All of these moves from Twitter made it very confusing to see where Vine fit into the whole picture, and this ultimately ended up undermining product development for the 6-second video app that we all loved. During this time in the company where everything was really confusing and Vine just didn't know quite where they fit in with the whole murky situation that was Twitter, was when Dom Hoffman decided to leave and take a step back from the company. And shortly after Dom Hoffman did that, Colin Kroll, another one of the co-founders, decided to step back as well. So while the founders of Vine were leaving the company, this was all while Vine, Instagram, and Snapchat were booming, and Vine creators were leaving Vine for alternative options. The 6-second limitation of the app Vine, although we love it and we still cherish it to this day, as you can obviously see from the number of compilations of Vines that are here on YouTube, the 6 seconds was really a huge limitation, and That would have been great if Vine had solved it a little bit sooner and offered more options, sort of like how TikTok does now, but unfortunately that didn't happen soon enough. It wasn't until 2016 that Vine expanded this option and you were able to record up to 140 seconds, but unfortunately at that point it was just a little bit too late. Many of the Viners that made Vine so popular and kept users coming back to see their content were leaving at this time and were thriving in other areas of the internet, such as YouTube and Instagram. In October 2016, Twitter officially announced that Vine would be shutting down. They didn't go into detail about why specifically Vine was shutting down, just that it was, and that all of the Vines that had ever been posted would be saved in an archive. Although if you kind of look up now, it doesn't seem like that really exists anymore. Good thing there's a lot of compilations on YouTube so you can still watch all of your favorite Vines. The theory of Vine's demise is ultimately just that, a theory. But the true nature of Vine's downfall will remain unsolved. Credit again to Slidebean Startups 101 for their wonderful coverage and information on the downfall of Vine. I will again be linking the video in the description and in the comments down below. The love for Vine still exists. It is overwhelmingly apparent with the amount of people who wanted Vine 2.0 and who still watch their favorite Vines in the form of Vine compilations today. But what does that mean for the future of BYTE? It's apparent that people love Vine, they want Vine back, and so now they get it in this new packaged form of BYTE. So will BYTE succeed? Will BYTE be able to navigate through the world of social media today and ultimately avoid the pitfalls that were the reason Vine ended up failing? And beyond that, will BYTE be able to live up to the absolute legacy that Vine has in people's minds and hearts? I believe that the success of Vine relies on three very important factors. One, re-attracting the audience that loved Vine so much and wanted a Vine 2.0 by providing quality content that is truly reminiscent of the Vine that they remember and cherish so deeply in their hearts. I think this factor is by far the easiest of the three because this audience already exists. They already have said they wanted Vine 2. They are flocking to the app. BYTE already has wonderful creators on its app. They are just being overshadowed by all the people who are clout chasing, but they are there. So if those users can be really highlighted and shown to the world, I think that BYTE can regain all the success that Vine did have. Step number two is also very important, especially as technology has progressed since Vine was previously on the internet, and that is to stay up to date technologically and continue updating technologically to stay in competition with the other social media apps in the world because there are so many. And number three, which I think is by far the most important, the most difficult, but the one that will truly see if BYTE is different from Vine and will be more successful. And that is creating proper, successful revenue streams for its creators. We live in a wonderful age where content creation is a career path now. That's amazing. But unfortunately, it works the same as the corporate world when you really break it down into payment. If a content creator feels undervalued in their app of choice and their preference, they will start looking for other apps that they feel like will value them correctly, which we saw happen to Vine and is why they ultimately were unsuccessful. It's the same with the company. If you worked for a company and you felt like your skill set was being undervalued, you'd do one of two things. You'd either ask for a raise, or if that wasn't an option or you were denied, you'd start looking for a new company where you would be valued to the extent that you believe that you are and that your skills are worth. It'll be interesting to see where BYTE goes because, like I said, it has been out for less than a week. Who knows where BYTE's gonna go? I personally like it, although to be honest, if I had to choose between BYTE and TikTok, at this point, I would choose TikTok, but I have been on BYTE and I have been on it recreationally, not just researching for this video, and I have enjoyed what I've seen so far to a certain extent, but I'm sure that as the app grows older and as it gets out of this initial rush of people running to the app, it will sort of differentiate which creators truly have the better content and aren't just thirsty for clout and likes and follows. But only time will really be able to tell if BYTE will be successful and will be better than Vine. Hopefully it is. If not, it will just be a sad reminder of what once was a glorious time in internet history. Only time will tell if BYTE bit off more than it could chew. If you like this video and you like this commentary style from me, give this video a like. It really does help me know that you want to see more of this kind of comment. And comment down below. Do you want to see more of this commentary style? What do you think is going to happen to BYTE? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Do you think it's going to succeed? Do you think it's going to fail? Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified the next time that I make a video. And I will see you wonderful, beautiful people the next time that I make a video. All right, so long, toodles. Goodbye.